I guess I just don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I went on over here to Chat GPT, and I'm sure it'll be, you can't trust Chat GPT. Of course, because it's going to tell you something that you don't want to know. It's always some bullshit when it's time for you to hear some shit that you don't want to hear, right? I said, is there a law regarding what can be shown regarding minors on the internet? Yes. There are laws. And I honestly, first, I thought it was COPA, which is the Children's Online Protection Something Act, because as a person who has been involved in that area of life, I knew that it was something. But COPA is for 13 and under. So I'm like, all right, well, that doesn't apply here. But that's okay, because there's other things, all right? Especially in the United States, it says there are laws that restrict what can be shown or shared involving minors on the internet, and they're taken very seriously, especially in the United States. Here's what's going on. In the US.
This is amazing.
Excuse me, I'll get to that in a second. Several federal and state laws apply depending on the content. Number one, actualization or exploitive content, zero tolerance. Goose egg. Nada, nothing, zilch. It is illegal under all circumstances to create, share, possess, or display non-clothed images of minors, content meant to do things for adults with minors, and suggestive content, even if the child is clothed. Intent does not matter. Even satire, commentary, or criticism does not protect you here. Violations can result in felony, prison, and mandatory ex-offender registration. 2, harassment, bullying, or humiliation. Let me say that again. 2, harassment, bullying, or humiliation. You generally cannot post content that harasses or humiliates a minor. That nigga over there, I'm not saying their name, but I know enough of y'all know who I'm talking about. You'll find out when I go over Ringo's video. Ain't thinking that far ahead. But Anton did. But Anton did. But Anton did. Why you up Anton's ass so badly? Why is Anton working up in your brain like he's Donald Trump and you got Trump derangement syndrome? Yeah, I had to throw Trump in there, yeah. Help me understand that. I found out, okay? It says, encourages threats, harm, or targeting, shows a child in distress for shock or ridicule. Even if not criminal, this can trigger civil lawsuits. Parents can sue. Shout out to TLA. Shout out to TLA who dropped by yesterday. I appreciate you for your ear hustling and said, I smell a lawsuit. Real lawyer. I'm just a lawyer here on YouTube, child. Real lawyer. Real lawyer said that, okay? Platform bans or strikes. Oh no, I didn't even say this specifically for YouTube or anything. It says platform bans or strikes and monetization laws. Privacy and consent. Minors cannot legally consent to public exposure the way that adults can. Did I not say that? I said, all right, I can't even say nothing about Rita because Rita out here, Rita making videos, Rita on tape, Rita's out here. Anton out here, I'm out here, Corey out here, that nigga over there is out here, okay? Even if you wanted to say something about a child, you can. You can, unless you over there making child content, unless you over there in the child section. I don't even know where that's at. Where they over there dancing and shit. Sesame Street, I guess, child. I don't know what they do. I don't know. Posting may be restricted if it includes a minor's full name and image, school, home, or location details, medical, disciplinary, or private situations. Parents can usually consent. Wow, imagine a parent parenting. Parents can usually consent, but that does not override criminal laws or platform rules. Oh, so for all of y'all that's saying, and I don't know, because like I said, I didn't know what that kid looked like, and I didn't know her name, and I still don't know it because I forgot it because I don't need to know it because child, she ain't my kid. I don't need to know all that. But so even if Anton did put his kid out here, it sounds like you can't do it. Even if he did post his kid on his own channel, it sounds like you can't do it according to the law. But child, y'all in your feelings because you hate Anton, or you hate Corey, or you love Anton, or you love Corey, two millionaires that don't know none and don't make no difference in your life, but you going down for the count and you don't know what the fuck you talking about. 4, commentary, news, or criticism. Now, this is a gray area, it says. This is where many creators get tripped up. Oh, no. Generally allowed, discussing a minor without actualization, blurring faces, or avoiding identifiable details. Let me say that again. Blurring faces or avoiding identifiable details. Reporting on public events involving minors. All right. So I guess if you cover in Sesame Street, right? Risky or not allowed. Risky or not allowed. Let me say it again. Risky or not allowed. Using a minor's image to shame or attack an adult. Interesting. Editing content to mock or sensationalize the child, reposting viral clips of minors in vulnerable moments. Context matters, but platforms often enforce stricter rules than the law. And we on YouTube know that YouTube be YouTubing, okay? Let's not act like we don't know. Platform rules, number 6, for YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Even if something is technically legal, platforms may still remove it. Common rules, no actualized minors, not even implied. Like, even if you say the words, that's not implied anymore. If you say the words, you're saying it. So it's not implied, you're saying it. No harassment involving children, no using minors for shock value thumbnails. I'm seeing those pop up all over daggone YouTube now. You got that child in your damn thumbnails. You got that child in your damn thumbnails. No encouraging comments about a child's appearance or behavior. Oh no. Violations can lead to strikes, channel termination, and demonetization. Okay. So they got more. It says displaying a minor plus commenting on looks and actual topics equals criminal. If someone displays a child under 18, a photo, a video, a live stream, a thumbnail, a repost, and comments on the child's physical appearance in an actualized way, or discusses actual acts, actual behavior, actual implications involving that child, that is criminal conduct, not just bad taste or against platform rules. Wow. Why is it illegal, not just against policy? Under U.S. federal law, doing these things to minor does not require unclothedness, I will say. The actual discussion alone can qualify as exploitation. The intent to degrade, I'm not going to say these other words, is enough. I'm going to use the word that I believe applies. The intent to degrade is enough. This can fall under exploitation of a minor, distribution of harmful material, including a minor, and essay, depending on the context. Even commentary, jokes, insults, or criticism do not protect the speaker. So when, hold on. All right, let me do this next thing and then I'll move on. It says key points most people get wrong. Oh, because there's a lot of people getting a lot of shit wrong, which I don't even understand how it is that you don't know, even if you don't have children. But y'all, I digress. It says you do not need to show actual images for it to be illegal. These are still violations. Talking about a child's body in a manner, speculating about that activity involving a child, suggesting or implying that behavior, joking about that behavior, and using that language while showing the child's image. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. It is YouTube content policy, and it's also ChatGPT sharing this information. And again, ChatGPT, make all the excuses that you want to. Content creators know that YouTube don't play. From what I understand, neither does TikTok. I don't know nothing about the rest of them, child. So, no defenses that work. So they have a list. These defenses will not work, okay? It was commentary. It was news. I didn't show anything.
Awesome.
The parents allowed it. It was satire. It was criticism. None of that works. It says none of that works. So the rest of it is basically a repeat of what I've already said. But for all of the people who just want to be but anti. Y'all, I don't give a fuck what y'all do, okay? Go ahead and let your Anton derangement syndrome get your shit taken away from you. And I'm not saying that, for any specific reason except for the one say, fuck that nigga over there. And I don't need to say his name. We're about to hear it in a second because I'm about to go to Ringo. And all these people in the comments here, in the comments talking about, but Anton. Okay. If you listened, and we'll do it later because I got shit to do today, but I'll live stream later again. When you're sitting there and you're listening to him yesterday, when he came on to address what happened on Tuesday, and he's calm and cool and collected and he's giving out, come on. I have to wonder sometimes if we really use this thing on top of our shoulders, in between our ears. He's saying the kid got to come out of school, counseling. She's traumatized. She's an athlete. She might have been in the Olympics. This is affecting her mental. We got to do this. We got to do that. This is what's coming up. So y'all can't read between the fucking lines. Y'all can't read between the lines. Shout out to TLA. Allegedly, I don't know. Even though I ain't say nothing. That's a whole different type of rhetoric, I will call it. Not even rhetoric, but a whole different tone than what we've been seeing all week from Anton. You talk about that man all you want to. You can hate that man all you want to. You can hate Corey all you want to. Fuck it. You can hate me. I don't give a fuck, right? He ain't stupid. He is not stupid. When I say that people don't be thinking about, don't have a plan A, B, C, and D, and don't be thinking long term, don't be thinking about the future, don't be thinking about anything other than right fucking now, you're the ones that be in the same stupid ass situations because you don't think long term. You only think for the fucking moment. I promise you, neither one of these men, right, became millionaires by chance. And Anton, like him, love him, hate him, he know business, he know how to make money, and he know what the fuck he's doing, and he's thinking long term. I'm gonna just leave it at that. We'll see what happens.